Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So guys, आज के इस सेशन के अंदर हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं डिस्क्रिप्टिव क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, राइट? So in our previous session where we generally practice one question based on ethics. So and the another session was about the communication. So today's topic is all about corporate governance, right? So we will be practicing one question, and one question I'll give you homework, so you can write and you can submit your descriptive answers on my email ID, right? So let's start the discussion with the question itself. ठीक है? So question आपका जो है वो है basically corporate governance के three major pillars. ठीक है? So when it comes to the effectiveness of corporate governance, is it depend on three core areas. One is CEO duality, another one is we have board independence, and third one is board expertise, right? So the question itself which cover the entire corporate governance. So what is corporate governance? How an organization is governed. And when it comes to the governance, so basically the decision maker about the organization, all right? And decision maker are basically your board of directors. अब ये जो board of directors हैं, इनका basically how we should construct that particular board. उस बोर्ड में आपका प्रोमोटर्स, डायरेक्टर्स, इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर्स और उनकी एक्सपर्टीज एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल डायरेक्टर किस तरीके से अपॉइंटेड होने चाहिए, दैट इज समथिंग अराउंड, सो वी कैन take care about each and every single stakeholder of that particular organization. Stakeholders, that means internal and external. Internal like promoters, shareholders, employees. External which include customers, societies and the other part, anything which get affected with the company's decision, right? तो देखो क्वेश्चन क्या है आपका, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन, हाउ सीईओ ड्यूअलिटी इंपैक्ट कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. तो जब आपका सीईओ दो रोल पे होता है, ठीक है, सीईओ एज वेल एज चेयरमैन, ठीक है, so that is the one, ठीक है. The influence of board independence on strategic decision making, ठीक है. So when it comes to the independent directors in the board, they generally protect the rights of minority shareholders, ठीक है, जो listed companies आपके होते हैं उसके लिए, ठीक है. And expertise is something, so they can make sound decision about the business, ठीक है. So first will be अगर हम ओवरऑल ड्राफ्टिंग की बात करते हैं, सो फर्स्ट विल बी डिफाइनिंग द कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, द दीज थ्री एलिमेंट्स, देन वन बाय वन ईच एलिमेंट्स, देन आपका कंक्लूजन पार्ट, ठीक है. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन गाइज. So first आपका when it comes to the corporate governance, which refer to the system of rule, practices and process by which a company is directed and controlled. That means how an organization is governed, and this governance is generally done by the board of directors, ठीक है. तो कहीं ना कहीं उनकी जो आपका डिसीजन मेकिंग अथॉरिटीज हैं, जैसे बहुत बार आप लोगों ने सुना होगा गुड गवर्नेंस के बारे में, सिमिलरली इट इज ऑल्सो हियर, ठीक है. Nowadays we generally follow the mostly we follow the stakeholders theory, ठीक है. So earlier we used to have that agency theory, shareholders theory, but abhi maximum organization or well established organization or especially these listed companies, they generally follow stakeholders theories, ठीक है. So whenever we are making decision, we do take care about each and every single stakeholder of that particular organization, ठीक है. So it play a vital role in balancing interest of shareholders, sorry, stakeholders. It is stakeholders, ठीक है. So the difference between stakeholders and shareholders, shareholders are basically owners of that particular organization. They can be further bifurcated among like the core promoters, proprietors and all, and the common equity shareholders, ठीक है. Stakeholders are anyone who get affected with company's decision. It can be customer, communities, employees, management and other आपका, ठीक है, including shareholders, ठीक है. So interest of stakeholders such as shareholders, management, customer, suppliers, financial and regulators, ठीक है. Three important factors that influence quality of corporate governance, these are CEO duality, we have board independence and board expertise. Each of these elements affected how companies make strategic decision, manage risk and ensure transparency and accountability in their business itself, right? So CEO duality aapka, the very first point, please quickly go through this particular one. So when it comes to the CEO duality, refer to the same individual holding both the role of chief executive officer एज वेल एज चेयरमैन, ठीक है। सो एक पर्सन आपका दो पोस्ट को आपका होल्ड कर रहा है, चेयरमैन का भी और आपका सीईओ का भी। द स्ट्रक्चर कैन ऑफर बेनिफिट लाइक सेंट्रलाइज लीडरशिप and faster decision making, especially during the crisis. However, it poses significant governance risk by concentrating too much power in one person, thereby undermining the board ability to independently oversee the management also. Okay. So the lack of separation between leadership and oversight can lead to biased decision, reduce accountability, and even unethical practices also. So as a result, regulatory frameworks and best practices such as these recommended by SEBI often encourage a clear division between CEO and board chair role to strengthen the checks and balances. ठीक है, तो पहला आपका the first pillar of your overall corporate governance building. ठीक है, so if you go through the OECD principles and all, so they also suggested कि like there should be a separation, or even there are lots of committees also. So they also recommended there should be a proper or a separate CEO and separate chairman for the organization to avoid these kind of circumstances. Okay? You can also give the references of those particular committees and also they'll also like कहीं ना कहीं आपके आंसर को काफी अच्छे ढंग से वो सपोर्ट करेंगे. नेक्स्ट वन आपका बोर्ड इंडिपेंडेंस. सो इंडिपेंडेंस, द रोल ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस डायरेक्टर्स इन द बोर्ड. So independent directors आपका basically these are get appointed for a period of 5 years, and a sleeping time of 5 years, then again आपका 5 years. That means they can be appointed for max to max 10 years with a gap of 5 years. ठीक है, let's say you get appointed as a board independent directors in a board of any XYZ company. So your tenure will be 5 years. Then there will be a gap of 5 years. Then others. The main role of independent director is something. Let's say जब भी आप देखेंगे ना कोई कंपनी स्टॉक मार्केट के अंदर लिस्ट होने के लिए जा रही है, तो उससे पहले कुछ समय पहले दे अपॉइंट इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्टर. सो दीज आर द पर्सन हु जनरली गेट अपॉइंटेड टू प्रोटेक्ट द राइट्स ऑफ दोज माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर्स, those shareholders, those who are going to take ownership in that particular company in the form of common equity. ठीक है, तो उनके rights का like whenever company is making decisions, so they also considering or taking care about those particular shareholders. That is something which generally belongs to them. ठीक है, so is a constant our board independence is a cornerstone of sound corporate governance. Independent directors are those who do not have any financial or personal relationship with the company's management. They provide objective oversight and protect shareholders' interest, especially during major strategic decisions like mergers, acquisitions, or restructuring. Independent directors are also vital in area of as executive कॉम्पेंसेशन. ठीक है, जो बोर्ड की सैलरीज होगी उसको डिसाइड करने में, कंप्लाइंसेस एंड एथिकल गवर्नेंस डन बाय द कंपनी. ठीक है, रिसर्च एंड ग्लोबल एक्सपीरियंस सजेस्ट दैट द फर्म with more independent board are better governed, more transparent, and more resilient to in the long run. Indian regulation, including the Companies Act and SEBI's guidelines, mandate the inclusion of board of directors in listed companies to enhance the governance quality. Okay? Even if your board members are 6, so there should be one women independent directors. If your numbers are more than 12, so there should be half of the board should be governed by the independent directors and all. So there are so many different committees. They have given their viewpoints around the independent directors, and they have given importance to these particular one. Right. Next one, बोर्ड एक्सपर्टीज आपका. ठीक है, दिस इज समथिंग जो भी आपका बोर्ड के अंदर मेंबर्स हैं, दे शुड हैव relevant experiences so they can make, because they are going to make decision on behalf of company. So the decision should be fair, just there should be justice, and they should be like growth oriented, So board expertise further strengthen governance by ensuring the director have the necessary knowledge and experience to guide the company effectively. Directors with expertise in finance, law, technology, and industry specific operations can understand complex business issues, evaluate strategic risk, and provide informed guidelines. Their insight contribute to better decision making, improve risk management, and increase confidence among the investors and regulators. An expert board is particularly crucial in today's rapidly changing business environment, where companies must respond swiftly to technological, regulatory, and market developments. Okay, so this was the easiest part of it. So now we will be summarizing all these. So the structure and composition of a company's board have profound impact on its governance framework. CEO duality, while sometimes beneficial for leadership unity, often undermine board independence and weaken governance. Independent directors bring objectivity and aligned corporate strategy with the stakeholders' interest, while board expertise ensure well-informed decision and robust oversight. A balanced approach that separate the CEO and chairman role, strengthen the board independence, and enhance board competency is a key to building a resilient, transparent, and accountable corporate governance structure. Critical for sustaining investor confidence and long-term corporate success. The effective corporate governance depend on minimizing CEO duality, maximizing board independence, and ensuring board expertise. A well-structured board that balance leadership, oversight, and professional competence play a vital role in protecting stakeholders' interest and driving long-term corporate success. Okay, this is all about this. Okay. So very very important one. Okay. I hope you get this particular thing clearly. And so these are the three topics basically. One is your ethics, another one is corporate governance, and the third one is your basically that communications. Okay, most of the time you'll see question around these particular one. So now this is your homework question, guys. Please do attend this particular one. ठीक है, एक बार इसको आपका जरूर देखिएगा. ठीक है. So explain how independent board leadership is critical to effective corporate governance regardless of the board leadership structure and all. Okay? So please do attempt this particular one, and you can send me your answers on mahesh.singh.faculty@testbook.com, or else you can connect me on Telegram also. Okay? And apart from this, if you want descriptives on some specific topic, please do mention on the comment section. ठीक है. So I hope you guys are liking these kind of sessions. तो रेगुलर बेसिस पे प्रैक्टिस करते रहिए, और अगर कोई और हेल्प की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है तो आप कमेंट्स के थ्रू हमारे साथ रीच आउट कर सकते हैं. यू कैन रीच टू अस, एंड इफ यू आर फेसिंग सम चैलेंजेस, just do let us know, so we'll try to solve those particular one. All right guys, so this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session, thank you for watching this session. Bye bye, take care all, and all the very best for your preparation guys. Thank you.